Hello Professor, today we are going to discuss assignment 4. In this assignment we are trying to solve the problem 4.1.5, 4.2.4, 4.3.5 and 4.4.5. In the section 4.1 we learn the process of simple one-term models that use to capture the trend of data. In section 4.2 we are trying to use 30-degree polynomial that pass through the data point as an empirical model. In section 4.3 we learn investigate smoothing of data using low order polynomials and compare it with quadratic model which we developed in section 4.3. Finally, in section 4.4, we use the technique of cubic span interpolation, and if there is any outlier that we can exclude to predict the model. Now we will see the code. This problem, the problem 4.1.5 is basically to evaluate the unknown parameters in the given model by using prediction and errors. These are the few variables we are creating with initial value 0 to create initial value 0. We calculate the sum later on. Then we have given data P and V that we use to generate the regression plot, as you can see in the output. Then we calculate log of P and log of P square and log of P and V. In the same time, we are calculating the sum of P, V, log of P square and log of PV, as you can see in the output. Then we generate another plot using log of P values, as you can see in the output. Then we put the data into model to get slope and intercept. The slope is 0.86 and the intercept is 0.040. Then we will put the slope and intercept value into the model, as you can see here. That will gives us the predicted velocity. Then we calculate the mean of errors using the absolute difference of observed velocity and predicted velocity. Then we have generate another plot using predicted velocity, and as you can see in the output, the dots are much closer to the regression line. Now the second problem 4.2.4. In this problem we are trying to use 30-degree polynomial that pass through the data point as an empirical model. We have x and y data given in the problem. We are generating a plot using x and y data, as you can see in the output. And then we use polyfit function to generate 13-degree polynomial data points, as you can see in the output. As you see, the coefficient of AR and A13 are very small and close to 0. Therefore, this can be concluded that the polynomial of degree 13 is not appropriate to represent the data set. Now we are moving to problem 3. In this problem, we are trying to use low order cubic polynomial and compare it with quadratic model that we developed in section 4.3. We are trying to plot the data as given in the problem, as you can see in the output. The data is quite dispersed and cannot provide a trend. These are some of the variables we are creating with initial value 0 to calculate the sum later on. Then we are running a loop and create a table to be used for the quadratic model. We are creating the value for t square, t cube, t4 and then t multiplied by p and then t square multiplied by p. Then we are creating the sum of all 5 parameters. When we plot this into the equation, we will get the value of a equals minus 12.91, b equals 45.53, and c equals minus 0.216. Then we put the equation and get the e minus p of t values, which you can see in the output. From this value, we can conclude that the low order polynomial smoothing is also not good fit for the data, but low order polynomial equation is better than quadratic model. Problem 4.4.5. In this problem, we are trying to see if a trend exists in data and if there is any outlier that we can exclude, and if we can use the model to predict the prices of postal stamps. We are create a plot using the values given in the problem, and you can see in the output by looking at the graph in the output window, it concludes that there is no outlier that need to be excluded. The model indicates here is not enough to predict the prices of postal stamp. For Jan 1, 2010, as the price in the year 2009 is 0.44 and the price in the year 2012 is 0.45 and still has a margin of 0.55 for postal stamp to come to the price of $1. Now we will move on the document that I am going to use to explain the 4 problems. In the problem identification, we are just providing that which problem is related to which model and how to solve and what we are learn in this section. The next is variable and solution. I'm just in this section I'm just providing some how to solve the problem and some tables, so you can understand easily what is going in the problem and how to generate the tables and results. After that, I'm providing code which I was explained earlier, and after completing all the things, let's discuss about the conclusion. As per the conclusion, we can say if there is a small number of data point, we use one-term model. One-term model are inadequate. Use polynomials. If there is a large number of data point, consider a lower order polynomial to smooth the data. And if smoothing with a low order polynomial proves inadequate, use cubic or linear spinets. Thank you.